Hey everybody, Stephen Rankin here again with Whiskey University. And this week we have Jim Beam Single Barrel 108 Proof. So this is a relatively recent bottle. About 4 or 5 years ago, they came out with this one. This was, again, kind of their response to get into the more common single barrel game that everyone else is doing when the bourbon boom happened, right? So some specs on the bottle, we are 108 proof. We are about 5 to 6 years old. It's gonna be, they're looking for profile. They're not looking for exact year. So it could be a 5 year, could be 6 year, could be a 7 year, right? But kind of in that range. We are on the mash bill. We have 77 corn, we are 13 rye, and 10% malted barley. The coolest thing about this bottle is that it is about 40, 45 bucks, and it's readily available, right? So you have all these people doing all these single barrels, and they're gonna throw them up into the 60, 70, $80 range, and they're gonna be, limited and all these special releases, and this is just on the shelf sitting there, right? So really, really great budget bottle. Kind of like the videos we've done in the past on Jack. If you haven't been getting into Jim for, the recent past, maybe want to explore it again. And remember, Jim Beam doesn't just make Jim Beam. They're gonna make all kinds of stuff like Knob Creek, Old Overholt, Old Granddad, stuff like that. They're making a lot of good stuff. It's not just Jim Beam white label that you're getting at the bar. Let's go to some of the notes. On the color, I'm getting kind of like an orange gold color with this. So kind of sparkling, radiant gold orange color. Viscosity, it's not very viscous, right? So I gave it kind of a medium high. It's lingering kind of up there at the top of the glass a little bit. Pretty good, almost like a light honey consistency, sort of like a diluted honey. All right, so onto the nose. We get a little bit of caramel, but think of it as kind of unsweetened caramel. So like the caramel notes, the caramel nose, but not the pungent sweetness. So a very diluted, kind of laid back caramel. Kind of carrying over to the palate, let's give it a sip. So the palate, this is gonna be consistent with Jim Beam products, kind of all through. Some earthy, dusty notes. So what I always tell people is if you're gonna drink stuff and really try to focus on flavor, try to drink it outside. Because when I had my first sip of this outside, it was a much sweeter, pleasant, earthy, kind of dusty, a little softer, a little more pleasant, a little more caramel and honey carrying over. You're gonna get a lot more those notes are gonna be suffocated a little bit inside, right? So it's still the same stuff, but earthy, dusty, kind of a drying, classic bourbon taste. And again, I don't want that to be interpreted in a bad way. It's still good. It's just Jim. It's just what Jim does. It's not bad. It's just what Jim does. So mouthfeel, we get a little bit of tingles on the tongue, on that kind of edge of the tongue. And that finish is gonna hit you kind of in the back of the throat, top of the chest. What's really cool about this bottle, again, 45 bucks. That finish, it's long. That flavor stays for a long time. That kind of dry, classic bourbon, it just sits there. Like it's not going away. Bottles that are much more expensive than this are going to have really short finishes, and this one's pretty good. Guys, I'm gonna give this a 71. This competes with a lot of $60, $70 bottles I've had. So if you see this and you're any kind of a fan of Jim Beam, check it out, buy it. You're not gonna lose anything, it's 45 bucks. Let us know what you think in the comments if you've seen this or had this before, and let us know what bottle you want us to review next. See you next time.